Hey there, I wanted to share with you an experiment that I ran recently, and what's really funny is Jackie with Full Moon Loon, who you might follow on YouTube as well. The two of us must have been sharing a brain because we both did the same experiment on the same day, which was quite funny. Mine turned out pretty well, so I just wanted to show you what I did, which was to use scrap Tecta in a Color de Verre mold. And so this one is the leaf mold, rainforest leaf from Color de Verre. Love these molds, and this is sprayed with Zip. Now, typically what you do with these molds is you fill them with Frit. Did I say it was sprayed with Zip or sprayed with Frit? I feel like I said it was sprayed with Frit. It was sprayed with Zip. Maybe that's not what I said. Anyway, doesn't matter. So typically you fill these with Frit, but I had a client who recently asked for a commission. She wanted a clear leaf done as a soap dish. And so I thought, well, let me see what I can do. So it turned out well. Want to go ahead and share with you what I did. I just used scrap Tecta that was, kind of generally cut into strips. And I filled this mold with this scrap kind of in line with the mold design itself. So for instance, I just put two pieces down kind of for a spine. I put, a little bit here in the bottom where there's going to be the little handle, if you will, the stem. I know it's not a handle, it's a leaf stem, but anyway, so what I'm doing then is I take bits of scrap Tecta, and I really just kind of laid these strips out, and again, very loosely, generally followed the design of the leaf itself that's in that mold, and just kind of filled this thing in with multiple layers. Now, there is a recommended fill weight for this mold. Did I follow it? Heck no. So I just kind of, took a guess at filling this thing in with what I thought was the right amount of Tecta, and it turned out quite well. So I am going to fill this up and show you what it looks like when it's done, and then we'll take it to fuse. Now, I took mine to 1450 in my kiln and held it for about 15 minutes after a long bubble squeeze on the way up. And so I actually have a few other things that are going in that I might fire a little bit hotter, like I might go closer to 1470 or so, but I'll post my final schedule, as I always do, in the video notes. So why don't I go ahead and fill this up, and then let's see what the finished piece looks like after it fires. Okay. This looks pretty good to me. Again, I'm just eyeballing this, but I tried to fill it up, give it a little bit of a leaf shape in doing so. Like I said, I'll do a long bubble squeeze on this, and then we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, here this is. I just pulled it out of the kiln. I'm gonna pop it out of the mold here in a little bit, but check it out. I think it looks great. I love that the edges are a little, I don't know, scalloped, is that what you would call that? Kind of a natural edge to a leaf. Pops right out. Gotta love some Zip. So spray this down, clean it up a little bit. So I'm pleased with this. Now I'm going to slump it into a little bit of a dish. So you really can't, because I'm staring at it, I can kind of see a line or two where the Tecta was, but for the most part, it's pretty seamless. Maybe I needed to clean my Tecta just a little bit better, but still, it's good. It's got a nice, smooth edge all the way around. It's got this little divot back here, but again, it's a leaf, so I'm okay with that. The thickness is actually quite nice. I'm going to measure this actually so that I can, or weigh it, I should say, so that I know what my fill weight should be in the future. But pretty pleased with this. Let me show you the mold that I'm going to use. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in this kind of thing and follow this type of stuff, this was right at about 350 grams of glass in this mold. So one of the cool things about Color de Verre molds is that on the back here, this is supposed to be a slumper as well. So you can flip it over, you cast in here, you flip it over, and then you can slump and get a soft leaf shape in this exact same mold. that's kind of a cool feature. I've never used that before. And in this case, I really want this to be much more of a dish as opposed to just a real slight contour like this one is. So I have this mold. Let's see, is this even marked? Yes, Slumpies, SM9001. I bought this so long ago. In fact, I think I bought it used. It's not even originally from Slumpies. I bought it from somebody else, so I have no idea if they still sell this. But I think that this would make a good dish shape. So my intention is to just kind of balance that carefully in the middle and then take that in for a slump and have it come out. So let's do that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.